I just can't see how they're going to beat this version of Assassin looking at the label.
Yeah! There's a new Assassin in town.
Okay guys, I survived the assassination attempt.
Revived him.
A big thank you for coming back to Review Bros. We are today reviewing the massively hyped Assassin version 5. Now for you, those of you who saw our version 4 review, it did get a 5 out of 5 score, and they have improved the label. So we was supposed to be getting this review out pre-release, but due to some postage issues, we are a little late, so we do apologise for that, really.
And we'll be making some comparisons between the two a little later on to see what's changed.
But do stay tuned. This is a big pre-workout review coming up straight away.
Big hitter. Okay, so that moves us into the taste segment with this new style Assassin. So we've got strawberry kiwi, also comes in pineapple mango,
That's
which
correct.
we've had before. So yeah, we've got a taste of the other side this time.
It'll be interesting to see how they've come along with masking the extra stims that have been thrown in.
Yeah.
So let's see, guys.
It smells quite nice, like straight out the tub, I'll be honest.
Yeah, smells like it should.
The scoop also looks a bit bigger than last time, which would make sense because I've added a few ingredients, so a bit more to fit in.
There you go, if you can see that. Right, here we go, guys.
Don't tell me. Tastes like the pineapple mango, but with a hint of strawberry added to it. Like you can tell it's the same product, sort of thing. I don't know if I like it more or less.
I think personally I like it a bit less. They did pre-warn us in advance though, because of the extra stims and whatnot. They would struggle with the taste a bit. I would still argue it's above a 2.5.
I think I'd go match the last one. I think I'd go 3. It's very
Yeah,
very.
I am
similar
happy to do that. But then again, I'm not so much a strawberry fan.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm more of a pineapple fan.
So if we had the original flavour, it might even be exactly the same for you. But
yeah, like I say, I don't mind it at all. So I'd be happy to match Craig on a 3 out of 5 for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 3 out of 5, and I think considering the amount of stims in it, that's not bad going at all.
Mixed perfectly as well.
Yeah.
So it also gains points for that.
Alright. Okay guys, we're going to move into the pricing segment of the video. We're going to talk about the total price of the tub and serving size prices basically.
UK and US.
Yeah, we'll talk both of them. So, it's straight off the Apollon website. As always, to keep these things very consistent, we go straight off the manufacturer's website. So apollonnutrition.com. What I will say is the tub of this, and it is important to also note it is a premium product. The ingredients in this are second to none. And that we're not paid, endorsed or anything along those lines. We do promise you that. So it's $54.95 US, which works out at £42.50 a tub, give or take. So it is, straight off the bat, more expensive than your average pre-workout. What I will say is, when we start delving into that price per serve, it's £2.12 a go for UK customers. For you US guys, it's $2.74, obviously give or take with changing currency worldwide. So it is an expensive product, it's a premium product, and that is priced at a 1 out of 5 on our pricing scale, which does stay consistent. That is also important to note, that is based on its full serving, which brings this down to a 20 serving container. They do have the option to go for a half scoop, which makes it a 40 serving container. Which would bring it actually up to, if you was to do it in that sort of way, it'd bring it up to a 3.5 out of 5, so a much more reasonable price.
And it'd be very fair to expect people to do that when we get into the ingredients label, because you'll see half a scoop is still more than enough for most
half
people.
A scoop of Assassin is probably more than an average full scoop of a lot of other pre-workouts. Even myself, and probably yourself, if we was to take this ourselves daily, I probably would only do half scoops. So it does make that price much more reasonable. It's for you heavy stim junkies who want absolute hardcore smashing gym results, etc., that are going to really go up to that 1 scoop. And I'd argue even doing 3/4 of a scoop would be a massive sweet spot for a lot of you, which again would bring that pricing up to probably, I don't know, off the top of my head, probably like a 2.5 out of 5. So do bear that in mind when we say a 1 out of 5 is our last score, but that is because it is an overpowered pre-workout.
Use your discretion on that, how you think you'll take it, and look at the label when we go through that and judge.
So, a 1 out of 5, bear in mind the reasons why.
Hello. We have a slight alteration on the price front.
So we'll throw this in. Obviously, we've gone through the price per serving in pounds and US dollars, etc. We do have now a discount code from the Apollon Nutrition website that will get you 15% off this tub, basically, which is actually does make a difference in the price and score. It takes off like £7 or £8 immediately off the price, which is like $12, give or take, and that is off the top of my head, but it's definitely a good amount. It actually brings the pricing score up, only half a point, to 1.5 out of 5. Obviously that'll probably bring the half serving up to like a 4 out of 5. So it does make a difference. As far as I'm concerned, when it comes to delivering to you guys, every little helps. Wherever we can get you discounts, we'll do our best to do so. And again, we're not getting anything for the use of that code. We don't get money, we don't get supplements, we don't get anything at all. And
because there's no end date on that code, that's why we're going to actually roll with the 1.5 score. We've had discount codes in the past that have been just only for a specific period of time, and they'll run out, so we've had to go with the original base score. But because this discount code RB15 actually is the end of time, so yeah,
do give that a go. That, like I say, will get you that off, so it's a decent amount. So 1.5 out of 5 on price and score overall.
Alright, so moving into the exciting part, the long arse label on the sachet.
This does explain the price of the product,
Stacked.
List second to none, and let's go straight into it really.
Alright, so it's a 15.2 gram scoop, full serving, and these is going to be the full serving what we run through here, so just obviously half it if you're going to do half scoops. So we got vitamin B3, B6 and B12 all in there at the start, just general health.
Just general.
Nothing specific to a pre-workout as such. The first main ingredient is L-citrulline at 4 grams.
So that's a nice healthy dose of L-citrulline. That's going to be mainly beneficial in terms of your pumps in the gym. Nitric oxide levels will be boosted within the bloodstream. Painful pumps will come of that, and 4 grams is a good amount. It's definitely within the clinical dosage, so we say. So good start.
Lovely jubbly. That brings us on to beta-alanine at 3.2 grams.
Now, we love a bit of beta-alanine. That's responsible for the itching and tingling feelings that a lot of us love. We love it especially because it just gives us that psychological effect of, this pre-workout is kicking in. 15 minutes after taking it, you should be feeling that. It also has other further benefits, improved muscular endurance, basically. It sort of prevents the build-up of lactic acid to the degree that it would do without beta-alanine. So it's definitely a noteworthy ingredient to have in a pre-workout.
You can go harder for longer. Alright, so that brings us on to agmatine at 1 gram.
There's many benefits to agmatine. It's also known as agmatine sulfate, but it's responsible for pumps again. It's also been very recently researched to show improvements in cognitive abilities, focus, concentration and the like in the gym, which is very important to sort of focus straight down. There are further benefits. Insulin sensitivity being improved is one of them, so it's going to promote lean muscle mass, so it is good to have in there.
Can't go wrong with that one then. Caffeine anhydrous, wait for it.
Go on.
500 milligrams.
A nice mega dose of caffeine. That's your big stimulant. That's gonna really wake you up and get you riled up for the gym. How did it affect us at 500 milligrams? Stay tuned for that effects section. But that is your upper end of pre-workout spectrum.
DMHA 300 milligrams.
Cool. So yeah, that's basically a chemical compound that's responsible for stimulating the brain and nervous system, and it does so heavily. You know, a powerful thing. Chemical compounds along. You were saying?
Sorry, Siri keeps trying to get involved. Sorry about
Siri
that.
wants an assassin. It's powerful stuff, and 300 milligrams again is double your average DMHA pre-workout, so it is going to hit hard. It really will. That is, I've never seen higher. I've seen it was 300 milligrams in the assassin beforehand, but that, you know, other than that, the highest I've ever seen below that was 200. So bear that in mind.
Crazy. And that's recently been banned, so basically get hold of this while you can.
Yeah,
just buy it.
When I say illegal, it's literally just been banned, so it is still going through. Don't fret. Get this while you can. Yeah,
basically. Next up is Area Gerensis at 300 milligrams.
You know, extremely high dose of Area Gerensis. You won't see that high in any other pre-workouts, put it that way. We've seen 200, 150, so we're looking at an extra 100 milligrams at least of this powerful stimulant. It's a natural stimulant. You know, it's a replacement for the original Dmha, and for those of you who know, that was a powerful, has since turned illegal stimulant, but of course it's a naturally occurring one, whereas Dmha was lab-based. So it's a powerful stimulant, focusing benefits, cognitive improvements, you know, extreme tunnel vision in the gym. It's something you're going to want, it's something you're going to love.
Mental high. Next up we have grapeseed extract at 300 milligrams.
A good dose of that. We like to, so basically the research we've done shows dosages at 150 milligrams and upwards start to give you the effects. Now the effects are improved blood flow. That's its primary objective. It dilates blood vessels, so it's going to improve blood flow to all areas, especially, you know, the ones you're training. So it's pumps again. Exciting ingredient.
Next up, theobromine 250 milligrams.
Yeah, that's again a nice dose of theobromine. Now theobromine is, just an interesting fun fact, it's actually the substance in chocolate that dogs are allergic to. The reason it's in chocolate, and well, it's not been put in there specifically for that reason, but it's a mood enhancer. You know, when you eat chocolate, most people just get happy. That's because of theobromine. It has those effects, those psychoactive effects on the brain. So it's, you know, it's a mood elevator. It, you know, it gets you, you know, psyched up for the gym. Basically, you're not going to be depressed in the gym. You don't want to be. You want to be happy and getting stuff done, and that's what theobromine is there for. It has secondary benefits, including, again, like grapeseed extract, improving blood flow through vascular dilation. Good ingredient.
Awesome. Theocrine as T-crine, 40%, 125 milligrams.
Again, this is, well, I say again, this is similar to caffeine in that it's a stimulant and it has effects very similar to that. It improves the energy basically within the body. It's been shown to improve the central nervous system pathways, so it's a good stimulant to have.
Basically extends caffeine, will give you more energy later on.
Exactly. Focus, cognitive benefits. It's a wide-ranging ingredient, but it's a good one nonetheless. And in the past, with what we've seen pre-workouts with this in it, it does give us a high level of focus. So I'm hoping that's what we'll get from this one.
And that brings us on to decaffeine malate at 100 milligrams.
Decaffeine malate is a slower digesting form of caffeine. It doesn't actually hit you with 100 milligrams, it hits you with like 75% milligrams. So 75% milligrams.
Oh, yeah.
So 75 milligrams. As the caffeine, even though at 500 milligrams does start to taper off, dicaffeine malate digests a bit slower, a bit more halfway through your workout towards the end, just to give you a secondary kick. So it's a good, you know, extender of the pre-workout's energy force.
Next up is higmanine at 75 milligrams.
It's a fat burner, but it's a fat burner stimulant in that it'll release energy stores, fat stores within the body to give you more energy. You know, these stimulants also do give you that focus and cognitive benefits.
Then we have synephrine,
65
milligrams.
Very, 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 very similar to hordenine, another stimulant that breaks down fat and it gives you more energy. It's as simple as that.
And then we have hordenine, 50 milligrams.
Again, these are all very, very similar chemical elements. Hordenine being bitter orange, it's a fat burner, it's a stimulant, it's going to release energy stores and it's going to improve focus and concentration in the gym.
Next up is vinpocetine at 10 milligrams, if I'm saying that right.
An exciting ingredient. We've not seen this in any pre-workouts before, even in the Assassin version beforehand. Now, we've done some extensive research on it, shall we say. It's a nootropic agent, so it's brain function, brain supplement. Its main benefit is it's been shown to improve blood flow to the brain, which can only yield positive results. So an exciting one. Again, cognitive improvement, focus is going to be unparalleled. I can see in this pre-workout because of so many different ones that focus on the brain's ability to work at full function.
Bioperine, 5 milligrams, isn't it?
So that's black pepper extract. That is, I would consider important, especially in this one. It helps digestion, and it's going to help digestion of the long list beforehand. It's definitely something I want in there. It just helps the intestine just get it through the system.
And finishing up this long label is your Himbine HCl at 5 milligrams.
Which is a high dose. So for those guys who don't like your Himbine, bear in mind it is a high dose, which is good for us. We like that. We do like that. It's improved general performance, athletic performance, blood flow. It's just a generally good ingredient to have. So that rounds off what I consider to be a fantastic and long list. How does it come together though? That's the important question we've got to ask ourselves. Many a time before we've seen fantastic lists that just don't pull together. So stay tuned for that effects section, guys, okay?
Alright, Aaron's got the old Assassin, I've got the new Assassin, and there's actually 4 ingredients that are new in this one that aren't in that. So we're just going to let you know what they are and what they play a role in, basically.
Yeah, it's exciting to see that when pre-workouts normally evolve, they normally bring out the 2.0s, the 3.0s, etc. They normally, unfortunately, diminish ingredients. They take away or they reduce, for whatever reason that may
Money.
be. Yeah, money, probably.
Trying to pull back on costs.
They limit stuff. So actually, normally 2.0 is worse than the OG, the original. Yeah. So yeah, we've got some ingredients missing in the original that have now been added. So we're going to go through them very quickly. Yeah. Very, very quickly for you guys.
Right, so the missing ingredients are the following. Theobromine, grapeseed extract, hordenine and vinpocetine at 10 milligrams.
So, we're looking mainly at pump improvements, blood flow dilation, etc., etc. We've also got the nootropic benefit of the vinpocetine. Vimto. But they are good benefits. Added ingredients is what we like to see. Yeah. Again, stay tuned for that effects section.
Alright, you know what time it is?
It's effects time, and boy oh 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 did it affect us. This is a list that came together, and it came together in some serious spoonfuls.
It came together like peanut butter and jelly, you'd say.
I would very much say that. Straight away off the bat, you did feel that beta alanine kicking. We didn't expect it, to be honest with you, because of how much we're digesting it. Yeah. But we did. We felt it nonetheless. Psychological effects.
Didn't feel it to a crazy level, the beta alanine, but we felt it. But we think that's just because it's such a stacked list that the beta alanine doesn't get... You don't really feel it as much because you're too busy focusing on all the other ingredients that are kicking in.
On the drive on the way down to the gym, focus heavily started to kick in, and it really did. It was tunnel vision, it really is. What I will argue is that you do need a longer kicking time. 45 minutes, guys. Yeah. And I personally, today, for example, on shoulders, after the first 2 to 3 exercises, I really did start to feel even more focused. Yeah,
it was just kept kicking in and kicking in and kicking in.
It really did. It was powerful stuff. Energy levels were unparalleled. Yeah. It was second to none. Yeah. So we're going to be looking at the differences here between the Assassin beforehand, which was a 5 out of 5, and this. Personally, muscle contractions and pumps were much improved.
Yeah.
I don't know how, because I personally thought the original was very, very, very good. Very good indeed.
The biggest improvement, I'd say, is the mental high. You really do feel euphoric on this one. You feel on top of the world, you feel happy, you feel good, strong, powerful.
Theobromine.
Yeah.
You know, you really want to be getting PBs every set. You're having to almost say to yourself, do you know what, I've got to slow it down here. I've got to, you know, take a back seat, because the pre-workout is really forcing you to do work, which is exactly what we want from a pre-workout. You take that pre-workout to give you that edge in the gym, and I think that is what Assassin really did do for us. We took it 8-9 hours ago now. I can still feel it.
Yeah,
put it that way.
You still feel it really like to the highest of its abilities for a good 3 or 4 hours, and then it starts to taper off. But you do still feel it almost the rest of the entire day.
It really is strong stuff, and so we smashed out that shoulder workout. We, you know, an hour and 15 minutes. Got PBs on virtually everything we touched.
Yeah.
Massive improvement in training from the last few days at least. What I will say is also I took it, obviously the gym session we trained before, I went to work. At work, I felt like a machine. I was
mega productive.
Yeah, I was typing on 3 keyboards at once, 3 different essays.
Bruce Almighty, steam coming off.
It is a good pre-workout, and it's one that I'd love to take all the time.
And here's the weirdest part: it doesn't feel unhealthy.
No.
You don't get cold sweats. You don't get a heart racing out your chest. You don't get any of that horrible side effects that you get from some other of these high stim pre-workouts, and that baffles me. I don't know how he's pulled it off, but Rob seems to have got it to work at
the formula is
perfect
brilliant
level.
And a lot of people misguidedly think the formula is a very unhealthy formula. I'm not saying it's not for extreme people.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's for extremely advanced pre-workout users and people who really want the next level.
Fit, healthy people who train every day. You know, this isn't for people who sit on a sofa and want to pick me up. It's probably going to kill you. This is for people who are in good shape, you know, good heart health, young. So, you know, use your discretion, really. Don't be an idiot about it.
And if you're that fearful of that, just take it in the half dosages.
Yeah.
Now, the thing that I've seen a lot of people worry about is the 500 milligrams of caffeine. They say, how can that be healthy? How can that be warranted in a pre-workout? Research says 6 grams plus, 6,000 milligrams plus is a dangerous dose. 500 milligrams, you know, there's people who go to work and they drink 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cups of coffee, which is 100 milligrams a cup.
Yeah.
And they're just sitting there. This is for, you know, you're going to wear this out in the gym.
Yeah.
So there is a misconception that 500 milligrams of caffeine is an unhealthy dose. We don't think it is.
It's a high dose, but it's not going to kill you.
Yeah.
So just use your discretion with the ingredients, really, and we can vouch for it, as you just heard, with the effects.
Yeah. Again, we're not paid. We're not endorsed by Apollon. We just knew that when we reviewed the last one, we loved that, and this has got the edge over it for sure.
They've just added more ingredients, so like in our mind, how can it be worse?
So and this is the bit where we probably move into the score section, and it's kind of getting into that uncharted territory again. Simply because we loved version 4. We gave version 4 a 5 out of 5. So what I will argue on this one is we will have to say 5+ out of 5. We can't say 6, 7 or 8, it's just going to get silly. So we'll give it a 5-star or a 5+.
It's off the scale on
because
effects.
It really is a good, strong, healthy feeling pre-workout that's going to get every result you want done in the gym. Well, 5+ out of 5. Massive well done to Apollon Nutrition for pulling this one out of the bag.
Final verdict time with Assassin. So what did we think of all of the scores on the
So
doors?
we bring it all together, guys, for you. You know, starting off with a taste element, and we always said we're neither here nor there with the taste. You know, it's just an exciting part to put in the review.
And it
really
differs from person to person.
Of course it does. But we both settled on a 3 out of 5.
So above average.
Myself personally, I would recommend you guys go for the other flavour, the pineapple mango. I just personally preferred that.
I think they're both quite similar in my taste.
Exactly. So
just decide what flavour you like the look of now.
A 3 out of 5, above average, and a fantastic job for them, but considering the amount of stims they've got to get through, well, they've got a mask, is phenomenal. Moving on to the pricing element of this. Now, this is bearing in mind using our code on the Apollon website gets you 15% off, which is like 7 or 8 quid. It's about 12, 13 US dollars. That brings the score up, and it doesn't sound good. It's a 1.5 out of 5. It is a premium product.
We're running on the full scoop.
We're running on the 20 serving.
Honestly, if you do half scoops, then that's going to be considerably better.
And you are paying for the label, guys.
Yeah.
And that moves us on to the most important part of any review. You know, feel free to go back to any of our reviews. We'll always tell you that the effects section is what we're after. At the end of the day, that's what you take a pre-workout for. We're not here sipping cocktails on the beach. You know, you don't want that nice tasting drink. We don't need to. It doesn't matter.
No.
And the price matters, but again, if you're willing to spend to get the best results, then that's what you're willing to do. So keep this in mind when you sum up. We see our total score. The effects was a 5+ out of 5. It's beaten what we thought was the best. That gives us a total score of 9.5 out of 15. Effects, the most important thing, are the 5+ out of 5. So use your own, your own common sense, guys. Is this what you're looking for? Let us know in the comments below. Big thank you to Apollon Nutrition for getting this sent out. You know, very, very, very grateful for it. What I will say, guys, is let us know your thoughts and feelings on it below, whether that be on the formula, whether that be you've tried it yourself, whether that be you want to try it. Do subscribe if you can. We do have a lot more coming out,
including the new hooligan in a couple of months' time.
Yeah, that's going to be really interesting. As always, guys,
stay
stimmed, and you will on that.